Hey guys, Blaze here. It's been a second. I just want to pop in at the beginning of the video here, and this is right before I begin editing. What you're about to see is footage that has been recorded and sitting on my computer since the day before Christmas, 5 days after the release of my first episode. Of course, the question arises, why did this one take so long? I use a program called DaVinci Resolve for my video editing, or at least that's what I did for the first episode, and that's what I'm doing now, because I haven't found anything else that is both free and works nearly as well. It's honestly a pretty great program. The problem is that it is really inconsistent about when it wants to work. I can barely ever get the program to open, and when I do, I never know why. I've tried all sorts of stuff. Reinstalling hasn't worked, and only resulted in me losing the project file for the first episode. If you notice any stylistic differences between that episode and this one, it can be chalked up to that. I've also tried using a tool built into the software to generate a crash report. But that doesn't work either, only telling me that wherever the report file was supposed to go isn't working, or something. It's gotten to the point that the day I'm editing this, February 12th, over a month and a half after the episode's initial recording, is the first time since then that the program succeeding to open has lined up with me having time to make the video among my increasingly busy school schedule. I'll find a fix for this, I promise. But until then, this is what I've got, so I'll stop wasting your time now. Sorry again for the wait, and, Merry Christmas? Ooh, I know that flute. Oh, that's a callback, that is. Alright. Straight back into things. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is episode 2 of the Pokemon Legends Arceus series. Now, I had some issues with the recordings of the last one. I was recording purely through the software that came with my Elgato capture card. Now I'm basically doubling up my recording with that and OBS, just for safety purposes, so hopefully this video runs a little smoother this time. I'm glad to be back. Looking forward to this. Have been looking forward to this for the last week or so. There they are. So last time we left off, we had been through the tutorial, and we had gotten our objective to catch a Bidoof, Shinx, and Starly in the Obsidian Fieldlands, I think it was called, which is probably what's right outside this gate here. Hopefully once we get to that point, we can actually get into some of the action of this game, and it's not all just me narrating. So hopefully y'all are looking forward to that. Let's get on moving over here. Alright. Voice acting time. Here we go. Oh. What a curious get-up you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I'm Volo, of the Ginkgo? Ginkgo? I'm just gonna pronounce it Ginkgo. I'm Volo, of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokémon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant's success. So, what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokémon stand up to one another in battle? Yes, 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 battle time. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Little extra tutorial just slapped in there for good measure. Alright. Ginkgo Guild member Volo challenged you to a battle. Starting off with a Togepi. It's just occurring to me how oversized the Pokeballs look in the character's hands. And this is the part I've been looking forward to, how I can just sort of walk around the fight, get as much angle. Oh, I'm listening to the music again. This is definitely a remix of the battle music from Diamond and Pearl. Or at least reimagining. Only attack we have so far is Quick Attack. Which I think I'm going to be able to make my way through this battle just off speed alone here. Even though I think this Togepi's tackles are a little stronger than what I've got. Yep. Managed to clinch it on speed alone. Good stuff. Which, of course, Quick Attack moves first on its own. That's a part of the move. Moves, items, use them well, and the world will open up to you. Oh, level up already. New move already. Hoping on Ember. It's probably Ember. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. And we have a tutorial. I hope we get some dialogue from Akari soon. She's been oddly quiet through this whole thing. But so few people here have their own Pokemon. If only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. Quick heal up, very nice. And to you, my Skyfallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. Alright. Ah, okay, that looks different, but of course it does. The usual model is a spray bottle. Though, I think maybe a couple people watching right now can appreciate the childhood misconception a lot of us probably had, where we thought the blue part on the top of the potion was actually like a dripping liquid and not like the parts of a spray bottle. I thought that for the longest time. I thought it was, you know, like an actual genuine potion with like the content spilling out. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. Akari dialogue, please? Please? If you'd be so kind, thank you. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilife Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell Rest the Guardsman where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Ah, that's a fun little canon explanation for how you get to the different locations. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate. Okay. So, elaborating on my point from last episode where I was talking about how this might not actually be Jubilife City, the river in particular here. Jubilife City, of course, does not have a river running through the center of it. Now, it may be that it was just paved over or something, but having a river run through the middle of it, and having it not seemingly be, like, super directly connected to anything, does lend some more credence to the Canalave City theory. You know, this little path right here could be the path to the route where you would normally come into Canalave City. And of course, you have the canal down the middle. Pokemon Center would be somewhere over here. This would end up as like a library. But that's just possibility, you know? It's all, I guess, conjecture. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. Talk to this guy. Rests. You're Blaze, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Bit on the nose again, but that seems to be par for the course here. Right, and this will be the Obsidian Fieldlands, and we're finally getting into the actual game here. Thank goodness for that. Okay. Got a little camp here. Guess this is where we start out. Remember seeing this in the trailers and review videos and whatnot. This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Ah, well, you see, Captain Saldine got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain. What help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Blaze's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colors, you'll see. Ah, so the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me, then. Well, I'm sure Blaze will be fine. Let's begin the trial. Getting started. Are we gonna get a cinematic view? This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. And there's the cinematic view. Nice. Ooh. And along comes a Bidoof. Time to get... Ooh, I missed the dialogue there. Hate it when it does that. That's kind of why I stuttered so much during the walk through the town first time. Is because I was trying to keep a steady pace and say all the dialogue at the same time. It was tricky. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends not to run from people, so this will be easy. Honestly, it probably will. He's just a Bidoof. We take those. Nice. Okay. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. I can speak English, I promise, guys. Oh, okay, I found that you can click the left stick to sprint, so that's good. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. I find it funny how they've been like shortening the cries lately to try and make the Pokemon sound more naturalistic from their boops and beeps. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. It'll be harder to spot. Right, so crouching is with the B button. I've actually been playing a little bit of Pokemon Scarlet on the side, which is why it's taken me so much procrastinating to actually get to this recording session. They use the same button for crouching in that game, so I guess that's a fun little carryover. It's interesting to see what parts of Legends Arceus actually made it into Scarlet and Violet. What different pieces of game design they picked up from. Honestly, I've heard this to be a generally superior game, so... Got it. Okay, kind of screwed up the first throw, but... we take those. Okay. That's Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. And this is Shinx, so this is probably supposed to be the most difficult one. I forgot. There's something I ought to teach you, since you're still new to this. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. The Captain's a real expert on these things. Try throwing your Pokemon's ball at rocks, or trees like this one, to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it'll bring them to you. Now it's time for your partners to shine. We've reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx. Oh, and we got some berries. Nice. There, that's Shinx. Love Shinx. Tend to have a Luxray on my party, and I plan to for this playthrough as well. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? Yeah, more or less. I thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. Okay, so looking out for that red X icon is going to be important, I think. And those are the ones that'll force you into a battle. Got it. Don't worry, though. I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try and catch them. By now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I've got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. Yeah, okay, you can stop saying the word battle over and over again. If there's one thing Pokemon definitely needs to work on, it's dialogue. Though, what I've experienced in Scarlet so far really isn't bad. Right, it sees me. It's a no-go from the catching front. Let's get battling. Okay. And again, we have a rework of the old battle theme. Right, let's see here. Let's throw a single Ember out, hope that doesn't kill it. Yeah, I think I can get a quick attack in as well. Because Fire-type attack boost isn't... Oh, no. Dang it, I shouldn't have gone for that. No, no, don't knock the Shinx out. Catch it. Even in battle, you can throw an empty Pokeball at it, just like you would any other time. Okay, another Shinx here. Here we go. Ah, this one's level 3 anyway, so I kind of prefer this one. Alright, let's start out with an Ember. And... throw a Pokeball. Funny how it asks to confirm it. It's interesting. And we got our little fireworks. Nice. You approached those Pokemon without a hint of fear, and caught each one. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokedex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful! I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did. But for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. I still stumble over my words. I need to work on that. But we're learning. Early days. Oh-ho! I said you'd pass the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Blaze. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Look at our guy. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilife Village, eh? Alright. Well, that wasn't so bad. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the field, in theory, though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two. Let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Alright. So I guess that's going to be their canonical explanation for why we don't get any trainers with more than like 2 or 3 Pokemon. Because that's sort of a thing I've noticed in like all the mainline games, is everybody has like 1, 2, 3 Pokemon. Very few ever get as far as 4, and you know, I'm sort of already at that point. That's 4 of them. Alright, here we go. It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. And there's our uniform. Good stuff, good stuff. Get changed in the room you used last night. Then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. Alright. Very hard line start already, I guess. When you're ready to get into your uniform, make sure you use the mirror in your quarters. Mirror. Not sure I noticed the mirror. I assumed it was that dresser. Right. Quarters are this way. Sprint on over. I had to reorient myself there. Oh, yep, there's a mirror. This all together in the first look through. No reflection. It's a shame. Alright, and here's our customization screen. Do we get a hat? No hat yet? Shame. Got the scarf and everything. What a sort of interpretation of the classic Diamond Pearl outfit. Changed into your Survey Corps uniform. Scarf looks great. Scarf always looks great. Scarves are just kind of cool. Look how well our Survey Corps uniform suits you. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you. I see you have changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. Hat! Hat! Yes! I've been given a hat by Cyrus's ancestor. We'll talk more on that later. Now present yourself to the commander. Oh, no, that was a... voiced that a little oddly, but yeah, it is what it is. Why do I have a spoiled apricot? Commander's on the 3rd floor, right. There he is. And there's Rowan's. Stoic looking fella. Of course, he's got the totally not Team Galactic logo on his lapel. I've been waiting for you. I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I can't speak English, goodness. So you are Blaze? Yes, sir. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat! There's no third option here, to just not do anything. I can try to throw him. I believe I am the one who's been thrown. Yeah. You've got some fight in you. Your sumo needs work, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might... might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of Jubilife Village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Blaze, Pokémon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you do your work. Alright, completed the first mission. Good stuff, good stuff. It's sort of interesting to see how afraid everyone is of Pokemon in this time period. Like, either there's just something that isn't communicated in the mainline games, or they just act totally differently in this period of time. Anyway, back to the voice acting, because of course. So, the commander has also accepted you. But understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed. As you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will become. And working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer towards that goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokémon. Here, you will need this. Crafting recipe. There's crafting in this game. I think I remember hearing something about that, but yeah, no, in hindsight I kind of missed part. And 3,000 whatever money as well. You will have to buy the necessary materials. Akari, you are an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Silene. Now, as the experienced craft person here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own two hands. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. Think where we'd be if we couldn't do that. Let's head to the Craftworks. Good stuff. This is going to be our crafting tutorial, and here I was thinking we were done with tutorials. Oh, foolish, foolish Blaze. Well done earning a place in our team. My name is Anth. I'm the local clothier. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I do hope they fit. Okay. Kimono. I hope you'll avail yourself of the village's humble shops. Ah, they're just looking to earn money. I saw Akari in the background there, just like turn in the middle of the conversation. This way to the Craftworks, Blaze. And we're off to the races. Sprinting is just that little bit faster, very convenient. You can use the workbench here at the Craftworks anytime you need to make an item in the village. Huh. Why is there a plate? What do they need a plate for? And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. Just spend the money you got from the captain on clothes, or whatever you think is best. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft, in this case, a Pokeball. Tumblestone. Interesting. Apricorns have been noted for being the object that Pokeballs were made out of since, like, Gold and Silver, I think? At the very least, I knew it was a mechanic in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You just throw together 20 of these things. I don't really have anything better to do with all those materials. Quick mission. Oh ho! Now that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe this was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. Also that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokedex. And on that note, here you are. We received a Pokedex. And of course it's a physical book, because time period. Alright, and this is a quick little record of everything we've encountered. It's worth noting that none of them are actually marked as, like, colored right now. Oh, there's those research task things I heard about. Okay. So it's like a completionist achievement sort of thing. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. You'll have to complete lots of research tasks to help the professor fill out the Pokedex. The same goes for me, of course. I've also got Pokemon research as a Survey Corps member. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you are ready, my good Blaze. Mission number 3. Okay. Hey, excuse me. I couldn't help it over here. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? Getting a side quest? I think we're getting a side quest. I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. Yep, okay. This is just introducing us to side quests. It's not going to give it to me automatically, but I'll take it. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of it? Yep. Well, you see, I was having a chat with Professor Laventon, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it will sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. Right, because we need a tutorial for evolution. And so I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just get me a Wurmple if you can. Request 1. Okay, this is actually... Now, oh, it's marked up in the side there. Spoiled apricorn. There's another request here from... this was... Is this the guy at the crafting station? Yeah. I know Shinx's ears had odd markings on the insides, but what were they? If you catch a Shinx, could you show it to me? I've got to see one with my own eyes. Request 3. Okay, so I missed request 2. Not one of those Shinx to show me? Yep, okay. I thought I was supposed to, like, throw it out there. Never mind. Alrighty, let's have a peek at these round ears. That's it. Its ears have that yellow cross pattern on them, kind of like a star. Can't tell you what relief this is. Alright, what rewards do we get? 3 potions. Okay, not bad. I imagine you're going to be able to craft potions as well. I think that's the request there that we missed. This one's just asking to show her a Starly. That'll be easy too. That newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading outside the village? Of course you are. The Survey Corps must have to get out about to compile that Pokedex book they're working on, right? I promise I can voice act, guys. I promise I'm so good at it. Well, on your way, kindly do me a favor. Find out all about Starly. Please let me see Starly's entry in that Pokedex the moment you've completed it. Oh, okay. So I have to do all the challenges and whatnot to finish the entry. Forms. What does it mean, forms? Does it mean, like, catch a male and female? Because I know there's gender differences between Staraptor, but I didn't know it went as early as Starly. I'll have to take another look, I guess. For now, looks like we're out to the Fieldlands. I won't check the inventory thing just yet until it makes me. Heading outside the village, are we? Stay safe out there, kid.
Alright, here's the deal. You're probably wondering about the sort of abrupt ending there. The truth is that this is the first half hour of what ended up being a full hour of usable footage, which is, frankly, way too long to put into a single episode. I have edited the second half already, and it will be releasing pretty soon as episode 3. It's been 5 months since the initial recording, and 3.5 months since I started editing. I'm still figuring out the whole YouTube thing, but I know enough to know that this is not the most sustainable way to go about making content. But yeah. Now that DaVinci is working more reliably, I'm hoping to be a bit better about all this, and the next one shouldn't take this long. Hopefully. I'm gonna get to work on the thumbnails now, but I hope you enjoyed despite the weird ending. And, yeah. Have a good one.